Hello, everyone. I want to start by asking who here knows what is LNURL? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, a lot of people. Who here have used Lightning before? Hopefully, most people. Okay, so I don't have to explain everything from scratch, which is good. So maybe you know, my name is Francis Mars. Maybe some people know the game I developed. It's called Duel. Duel uses Lightning LNURL and Lightning Network, so I will talk a bit about this. It all starts with Bitcoin, right? So let's try to learn a bit. I don't have much time to go very deep, but in Bitcoin, when you want to send a Bitcoin, you make a transaction, you have to propagate it, but it's not confirmed yet. So you need to wait for a miner to mine the block and validate your transaction. So there's limited space in the blocks, as most of you know, and the blocks eventually became fuller and fuller, and people had to start competing for the transaction fee to be included on the next block. So it became a problem also that people had to wait in average 10 minutes to confirm a transaction. So people start thinking it would be good to increase the block size, but increasing the block size to lower the fee would lead to centralization of nodes, since people would require to have a better hardware, more expensive hardware to validate and to store all the transactions, all the blocks in Bitcoin. So some very smart people came up with a Lightning Network. The Lightning Network only needs to use the blockchain, the Bitcoin's time chain, for the first and the last transaction. So in between, you can send multiple thousands of payments that are basically very cheap and very fast, almost free, because they don't have to use the very limited resource of the blockchain. In Lightning, in Bitcoin, you have an address, so you make a transaction to an address. In Lightning, you have invoices. The invoices are generated by the receiver, and it has to be sent to the payee. And they are only usable once. So this created some friction in Lightning, and some also very important people that this is just for you to have an idea. This is my Lightning node, Duel, my game. For you to have an idea how it positions itself in the network, a Lightning node is connected to other nodes through channels, and these channels are used for the payments. I cannot go into it a lot of detail right here, but basically with the channels you can make routing to go to other nodes for making payments to other people. So some very smart people as well. Everybody's very smart in Bitcoin, thank God. They developed LNURL, the Lightning URL protocol, which right now they have 20 documents that define the specifications, and many wallets integrated it, so it's very compatible with most wallets. And how it works is that it requests the invoice. There's many functionalities. One of the most common is the payment. So it instead of asking the other person to send you an invoice, you can request their HTTP server to automatically send you an invoice, and your wallet pays it, and you don't know that this is happening on the background. So it's much easier. LNURL also has the advantage that the QR codes, the URLs, are reusable, while in Lightning you can only use it once. It also allows for deposit, withdrawal, and the same way that you can pay to LNURL or to an invoice, you can also pay to a Lightning address. It's a sort of email address that uses the same process. It requests the HTTP server for the invoice, but this way it's much easier for people to remember which address they want to pay to. So now that you understand more or less how this technology works, I want to talk how you can build something that uses the technology, and I will talk about my personal experience. So this is the infrastructure I built for Duel, that is the video game. Please, you can go try it in the gaming lounge. Today we have 2 tournaments, one at 2 and one at 4 p.m. We have 5.2 million sats in prizes, so it's going to be very exciting. You guys, if you don't want to play, you can come just to watch. But anyway, so of course all of these uses the Bitcoin infrastructure. It all starts with the Bitcoin node that communicates with a Lightning node. The Bitcoin node is taking care of the blockchain, is watching the transactions, while the Lightning node manages the channels, the liquidity, the inbound, outbound, the routing. And I use Ride the Lightning for managing the liquidity in the channels, but I also use LN Bits. This is what most web developers can use to develop Lightning applications very easily, very effortlessly, because LN Bits provides a web API that you can interact with it and gives you all the functionalities you might need from the Lightning Network, like the basic ones that are the most used commonly. And so I built this kind of backend server. I call it MarsPay. It's a sort of ZBD, but much more simple, of course. I'm just starting. But it's open source and permissionless. So the point is that everybody can just go to the repository, download it, and build their own apps at home, or use apps that are already built by other people, but they're using their own servers. They are not putting money on other people's nodes. So it's for you, it's for your friends to play some games. It's permissionless. It goes with the Bitcoin motto, right? And it connects with the API to the LN Bits to create, delete, invoice LN URLs for payments, and to pay the notifications to give to the server. And it communicates with the Chain Duel or other applications that you can build through Sockets API, a very simple Sockets API notification. So it basically is how it works. If you are interested in building, it's very simple. So some practical experience from the Chain Duel game. This is how you make a deposit. You just scan a QR code. It's that easy. The LN URL, I forgot to mention this before, it has something very interesting that you can add a note, you can annex a note to the payments. So when the person receives in the normal Lightning network, this is not available. It's only with LN URL. So when you pay, you can send a message attached. And I use this capability for the players to insert their game on the video game, their name on the video game. So you can see on the pictures when after the player scans it and deposits, you can see his name on the game. So it's a cool feature. This is the withdrawal. The same is just scan a QR code. You withdraw your funds. There's a notification, and the game knows that you already withdraw. Double or Nothing is also a cool feature of the game, but works the same. We have the tournament modes. Some people really like this. It takes advantage of one of the features of LNURL that are reusable QR codes. So in this mode, all players of the tournament deposit the sats and in the same QR code. But when they send their name, it automatically attributes them a random place in the brackets. And then after, they all play against each other. So if you want to come watch today and tomorrow at 2 and 4 p.m. And we have the grand final in the main stage on the lunchtime on the last day. And I want to thank Bitbox for sponsoring us for Bitcoin Atlantis. So we also have something very cool that is the Lightning Split. It was actually inspired by their GZ's article about Lightning Prisms. Every time somebody deposits sats on the game, it automatically spreads out the sats for me. I'm the developer. Pedro is my right hand, is the designer. And also we normally give some sats to the venue, the conference that hosts us. Like we want to split this value for value, right? It's what Bitcoin is all about. So this is some pictures of the game. Sorry, the video is not playing. Can you press play? Sorry. No? So in the left, you see a picture. It was in El Salvador in November. We organized a party in a club. It was the official party of the first night of the conference. So we had Chain Duel there. It was very cool. On the right, no guys, this one. On the right is my talk in Amsterdam. But in the middle, there was a time lapse of people depositing the sats for the tournament, and then a tournament of. It would have been cool, but okay, it's not a problem. And this is another app that I developed with the same backend, the MarsPay, but this is just an artistic app. It's an integration with the main stage of Bitcoin Amsterdam. And when people, you can see in the middle, is it moving? Yes. In the middle, when somebody pays, there's like this kind of animation and shows a random Bitcoin factoid, image, quote. And people can send an attached message so they can display for everybody on the main stage and on the stream live. So it gives some interesting. So next steps, I will continue developing Chain Duel, other applications for the MarsPay, and the MarsPay is still in the very initial phases, so I will continue developing it. We also want to integrate Nostr for the identity layer. When you make a Paz app, you are automatically send the key, so you know who paid you. So this is very convenient for the game, and Nostr is a very cool technology, the protocol that we are using right now. And I have to run, so deck we have a lot of ideas, so please come visit in the gaming lounge. And conclusions, guys, building on Lightning. Lightning is in a very good stage right now. It's very easy to build. There's the payments work. Even for sometimes our tournaments are with some values that are already non-negligent, and we never had some problems with routing or payments. So I think Lightning is ready for us to start messing, tinkering it with it, make the applications, have people, normies join and have fun. This game is a good example because for normies it's a very nice first experience with Bitcoin. They deposit, they play, they win some sets. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm Francis Mars. Please follow Chain Duel on Nostr and on Twitter, and or join the Telegram channel if you need some question. Thank you very much.